One point I missed from the last video was the termination slip upon completing the game. The reason Mike Schmidt was fired was because he tampered with animatronics and odor. That's a new one. Now keep this in mind, we are going to need that detail later on, as today we're going to talk about FNAF 2. So welcome to Night 2 Redux. So welcome back to FNAF TV 5 Nights series. Today we have FNAF 2 to talk about. I had a live stream recently where I spent the time going through all the information FNAF 2 gives the player, and there's quite a few I've missed before. Let's start with the first cutscene that greets you into the game. This cutscene is through the eyes of either Freddy or someone inside the Freddy suit on a stage alongside Bonnie and Chica. The location is very similar to the FNAF 1 location, derived by the placement of the dining tables right in front of the stage and the floor. So this cutscene could have taken place in the FNAF 1 location. Also, the animatronics look like from FNAF 1, as they are not the withered animatronics, unwithered, I guess. This is not the only cutscene in this game, there are a few more, like for example this one. So this cutscene plays after completing night 2, and in this cutscene we can see Chica and Bonnie slightly looking at us. At the end there's a text that appears on the top left corner saying "It's me." Now of course "It's me" text is when Golden Freddy appears in FNAF 1. Don't worry, the next cutscene he makes an entrance as well. This cutscene takes place after completing night 3. Now Chica and Bonnie both are looking straight at us while Golden Freddy literally stands in front of us, and here we thought he didn't have an endoskeleton. And for the last cutscene that appears after completing night 4, we have puppet following the eyes and Chica and Bonnie looking ahead. Don't know why. Maybe seeing Golden Freddy and Bonnie and Chica move were just illusions caused by the puppet, and at the end the illusion broke and now we are just seeing puppet. Who knows what those cutscenes mean? But if these cutscenes do take place at the FNAF 1 location, that must mean that Puppet was there in FNAF 1. Or if the illusion theory is correct, that it's just Puppet and all the other animatronics are illusions caused by the puppet, then that would fit in the theory of Puppet being there in FNAF 1. But we just couldn't see him cause the illusion never broke. Maybe Golden Freddy was an exception to that illusion. Maybe Golden Freddy was real. Who knows at this point? But other than the cutscenes, there's a lot I want to talk about. Let's start with the phone calls.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Sure, November, you are a summer.
Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while.
Well, this is where the debate about the sequel or prequel started, but here's the thing, FNAF 2 location is a prequel location to the FNAF 1 location. So there was another Freddy's before FNAF 2 where something happened that put people off about the entire Fazbear Entertainment franchise. But here's the thing, that old restaurant was left to rot, kinda like what FNAF 1 location was left to rot. And the 5 kids who were murdered took place at the FNAF 1 location. So either FNAF 1 location is the first ever Freddy's and the FNAF 2 location is a sequel to it, which does not fit in with the paycheck years and the phone guy's death, which I still think is not real, unless the night guard job we take during FNAF 1 is years later, even FNAF 2 closed down, which again does not fit in with the phone guy's talks about the place still running, which I highly doubt it is at this condition. Or there just was another location before FNAF 2 and there happened another incident, therefore they had to close it and start new with now the FNAF 2 location.
They even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat?
So this line runs together with a line from FNAF 1 phone call where phone guy says that the animatronics were allowed to walk during the day before the bite of 87. So that tells that FNAF 2 takes place before the bite of 87. But then why would he mention that the animatronics are allowed to walk around during the day if that's not a new thing? Get this, if the animatronics have been walking around during the day since the day 1 of even the previous location, why would he mention that unless they were not previously allowed to walk around during the day and now they are? That's why there isn't that neat line. So that would mean that the bite of 87 has long happened before and now the newer animatronics that are toy animatronics are allowed to walk during the day. I don't know, all I know is I'm nitpicking because I have an itch in my brain, nothing else.
You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office.
Now the guard before us has something to do with something that is going to happen in some time future. But here's the thing, phone guy says that they don't have a night mode, like the animatronics don't have a night mode, so they can't tell a day from a night. All they can understand is the amount of people near them. So if they don't have any people around them, they'll walk around to find an area with people to, entertain. But then why is it weird for the first guard that the animatronics move around during the night as if they aren't supposed to do that? I don't know. Jenny said that he might just be afraid of all the movement and doesn't want to spend all night alone with them, and that's why now he's working a day shift.
You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without his costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out.
Now here's a weird connection I think exists. Phone guy mentions that these animatronics see a person as an endoskeleton and try to shove them into an animatronic suit. But who discovered that? was there someone who died because of it? Was someone nearly dead? Was someone shoved but like somehow survived or what? Something must have been the reason where the phone guy is sure about this theory that these animatronics are trying to shove you into a suit. And who tried to put on a Freddy head? Alright, let's say someone died for the information about shoving into a suit to be discovered. But then who found out that wearing a Freddy head will protect you from shoving? What I found closest answer to be was the cutscene. If in the cutscene it's a human inside the Freddy mask, the other animatronics, that is Bonnie, Chica and even Golden Freddy, are buying it somewhat that it's actually an animatronic. But Puppet, looking at Puppet's behavior of following your eyes, blocking your vision, tells that the Puppet can't be fooled with a Freddy mask or even a suit. And that's why even in game you can't protect yourself from Puppet even if you have the mask on. I think there's a connection between the cutscene and phone guy knowing that the Freddy head will keep you safe. I don't know, what do you think?
By now I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location, and we just use them for parts now.
Here, phone guy talks about the withered animatronics and them being active at the previous Freddy's and now are just used for parts. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it, to be honest.
One more thing. Don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere. I don't think the Freddy mask will fool it, so just don't forget the music box.
So here phone guy confirms that the Freddy mask won't fool Puppet and that Puppet is always thinking. Why does he know Puppet can't be fooled, and why does he observe, and how does he observe Puppet to derive that he's always thinking? I don't know much about it.
I wanted to ease your mind about any rumors you might have heard lately. You know how these local stories come and go and seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our establishment. It's just all rumor and speculation, people trying to make a buck, you know. Our guard during the day has reported nothing unusual, and he's on watch from opening till close.
Oh, okay. So here's a huge chunk of information. So there's a rumor about something that happened that is related to the Fazbear Entertainment, but then he mentions about the day guard not spotting anything unusual. So the rumors has to be about something that happened at the FNAF 2 location. Here's more.
To update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may end up having to close for a few days. I don't know. I want to emphasize, though, that it's really just a precaution. Fazbear Entertainment denies any wrongdoing. These things happen sometimes. It'll all get sorted out in a few days. Just keep an eye on things, and I'll keep you posted.
So now there's an investigation going on, probably something to do with what the rumors were about. So either someone was hurt, something was stolen, or there was some hygiene problem. Let's look more into what the phone guy has to say.
But try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics tonight if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive towards the staff.
So someone tampered with the animatronics, or where have you heard that before? And now the facial recognition doesn't work properly.
From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know, especially concerning any previous employees. When we get it all sorted out, we may move you to the day shift. The position just became available.
So now the entire building is on lockdown, especially concerning a previous employee, and for some reason the day shift is available now. So maybe the day shift guard died, and that's what the lockdown might be about. A previous employee came in and killed the day shift guard, but I don't think so. I think the previous employee and the day shift guard, who might just be the same people, were involved into something together, something that got rumored around till the point where an investigation was formed. Not just that, most probably the guard and the previous employee were charged guilty of it, and that's why the day guard was fired and the position became available. Probably some ex-employee did something, maybe tampered with the animatronics, which the day guard saw. People started rumoring about the incident, probably someone getting hurt or bit. The day guard was asked about it. He denied seeing anything and then was proved guilty as a witness to a crime, which I'm assuming was the bite of 87, and that's why he was fired for it making the day shift available.
We're going to try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Fredbear's Family Diner or something like that. It was closed for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down.
Now the phone guy name drops the very first location in this franchise, Fredbear's Family Diner. We'll need that later.
What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics and make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay?
Okay, so now the location is closed down because someone used a yellow suit to do something. Probably kill children or bite someone. The first thing that jumped to my mind was Golden Freddy, as he's just an exoskeleton. Anyone can get inside him. But then why would the other animatronics start acting weird? Probably something happened, maybe the bite of 87, which involved a previous employee, the day shift guard, and a yellow suit, which must have been used by either one of them, or maybe the two people are the same people. I'm assuming it was the bite of 87 is because the only reason that a building will be closed down right after an investigation and a lockdown is if there was a murder or an attempt to a murder, which implies that the bite of 87 has to be an attempt to a murder, as the victim survives but has to go through a lobotomy, implied by the FNAF 1 phone calls. One thing that itches my brain is why would there still be a birthday party held at that location if that place is A, rumored about, B, investigated on, C, locked down for a night, and D, even closed down? Why would anyone want their kid to have their birthday party at a place like this unless the birthday party is of one of the employees' kid? Maybe the phone guy as well. Only the employees must be allowed near the location during the close down, right? I don't know, let me know what you think. Okay, enough of the phone calls for now. There's another medium of storytelling included in this game: death minigames. There are 4 total death minigames that appear if you die more often. Save them, give gifts, give life, take cake to the children, and Foxy, go go go. In Save Them minigame, we play as Freddy, probably Withered Freddy, and are inside what looks like an abandoned FNAF 2 location with blood and dead children everywhere. Yay! Also, you have to follow Puppet to a static end. This game is very weird as to you don't have a certain destination. Every time it seems to be random. Randomly this purple figure appears and tries to give you a phone. Kill you? Probably kill you. Then you also encounter Golden Freddy on the random. Mangle is moving. This, what I am assuming, takes place after the FNAF 2 location is closed down by the end of the game. Or this could be the aftermath of the birthday party, because we know there's one last birthday event left. All this bloodshed might have taken place during or after the birthday. Who knows? Also, I have to address it. This thing in the purple guy's hand, a lot of people say it's a crank to tamper with the animatronics, which would explain why we can control the difficulty of the custom night, and also why when we get fired we get a termination slip saying we tampered with the animatronics and odor. So that might also say that Fritz Smith is the purple guy, and also Mike Schmidt. I'm not sure about the timeline of event, but here is what I think happened. This purple guy dude is a previous employee which was fired because he did something, probably something that caused the first location to close down. A new location is now open, the FNAF 2 location. Something happens there, indicated by the Night 3 phone call. Something probably involving a previous employee, aka the purple guy, and also something involving the day guard as witness or something. That something could be the bite of 87. An investigation begins. The building is on lockdown cause the purple guy might still be inside the building. They might have caught him entering the building on camera but not leaving the building. He must be hiding in the back room inside a yellow suit for the time being. Who knows? The building is closed down now, and except for one birthday party that is for some reason still happening. And then after the birthday, or maybe during it, the purple guy comes out of his suit to either start killing or to start tampering with the animatronics on a 7th night. That is the custom night. But then that doesn't fit in with purple guy being a Fritz Smith, because we know Fritz Smith was hired to work as a night guard after the birthday event. So maybe the bloodshed and the dead children is not real. I mean, it did happen, but that is just a vision of what happened in the past, like the ghost of it all. That isn't the end of it. We still have 3 more mini games to talk about. I know this video is getting long, but trust me, it'll get even worse till the time we start talking about FNAF 5 in the 9.5 video. Alright, so talking about Give Gifts, Give Life. In Give Gifts, Give Life, we play as the puppet, giving dead children gifts, and they are not fazed by it. So then the puppet goes on to give everyone a separate mascot head that says the puppet gave them a life in the form of animatronics. I don't know. And also there's a 5th child there who in turn becomes the Golden Freddy. But then we don't have an origin for our Golden Freddy here. Like, Golden Freddy might have been there way before Puppet. Like, for example, in the mini game Take Cake to the Children, you see the origins of the puppet. A kid standing outside what doesn't look like a Freddy's, as there's no pizza in Freddy's hand, and also Freddy is carrying cupcakes where it's Chica's job to do so, and also Freddy doesn't look like Freddy because it's not a Freddy, it's a Fredbear from Fredbear and Fredbear's Family Diner. I suppose it is possible that Fredbear will carry cupcakes to everyone, as it's not a pizzeria, and I assume that Fredbear, and maybe with the exception of Puppet, is the only attraction of Fredbear's Family Diner. And also the purple guy has a purple car for some reason. Whatever. We see the kid die and turn into the puppet. This is the origins of the puppet. And then we have Foxy Go 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 minigame, where you play as Foxy and try to impress the kids in the next room. But when you go in the 3rd time, they're all dead, and you can see a purple guy standing in the bottom left corner, indicating that he killed those 5 kids. So there's either just 5 kids killed overall, but their story is told multiple times, or there are like multiple killings that took place over the entire existence of the Fazbear Entertainment franchise. The puppet murder at the Fredbears, probably Golden Freddy's murder before puppets, we don't know. The 5 original kids dying at the first ever Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that possessed the 5 animatronics: Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, and Golden Freddy again? I have some theories on Golden Freddy, but at the end of the series when we do the extended episodes, because there's a lot in this game that we'll need in the explanation of future games. Then there was the bite of 87, another few possible murders at the FNAF 1 location, and probably more as we have quite a few games ahead of us. That's a lot of body count, like literally a lot of body count. But yeah, I think that is it for FNAF 2 for now. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments below, and I'll cover it up before we start with FNAF 3. Peace.